Okay, this is probably one of the most ridiculous projects I ever did, and I just did it because I can. I bought a bunch of turnouts that were at a good price, and not all of them had the control or the relays on them. So I've got several of these that don't have them, and so I thought, well, why don't I just make some relays here? Easy enough, right? A piece of metal here that I cut from a rod, some magnet wire that I wrapped around there to make some coils, a large paper clip that I bent,
pretty cool. This is the tartan for the queen, right?
And a screw to hold it in. It's a shoulder screw.
Okay.
This is a screw that I used. This is a shoulder screw. You can see the way that fits there. This is a 3mm screw that I got from a computer hard drive assembly. So if you got old computers, they got hundreds of them in there. So that's what's right here. And this is a little piece of wood that's 1.5 by 3 inches. And of course you got to put some diodes in here.
This is maybe an otter? Yeah. The sporing's pretty amazing, but that's not a military style sport. But the hat might be military. The otter has mange. Otter fur should be really, really thick. It should be really, really lush.
I do see that it requires repair.
No, the thing is with fur, it's not repairable once it starts falling out. It has to be kept in a cold, humidity-controlled atmosphere. If you had a military one that was in really good condition, they'd go for a couple $1,000s if they're like turn of the century. So this was an inexpensive kilt to begin with. The hat looked like it was expensive at one time, but
this is just a battery pack here. It's got 3 batteries in it, so that's 4.5 volts. So as ridiculous as this is, like I said, I've got a ton of these turnouts that don't have relays on them. I can either order them from Atlas for 10 or 12 bucks a piece, or maybe at the next train show see if I can find them for a couple dollars, or I can do this. So the point of this is, if you need a turnout or you need relays for your turnout and you're in a jam, you could realistically use a nail and cut a piece of a nail and wrap some wire around it. That'll work. Don't forget the diodes. Alright, enjoy. I just had to do it. I used a small C-clamp to hold that piece of metal in place while I wrapped the wire around it. It made it a little bit easier. So like I did one wrap, and then I put a little super glue on it, let it sit for a minute, then wrapped it the other direction, put a little super glue on it, and wrapped it the other direction. And that's how I ended up with these guys. I tried this, but it was thicker wire, but that didn't work out so good. Needed higher voltage for it or something. So anyhow, that's how that works. All good.